A lot of people are asking if listening to secular music is a sin. Yes, it is sinful to listen to secular music. It does not matter if the artist is saved now. It doesn't matter if it was written about things they used to do. It is all about what is recorded at that exact moment and then played over and over and over again. It takes the demons of idolatry and many other demons. We're just going to focus on idolatry right now. And it encapsulates them within the sound that is recorded. This is the recording, okay? And then once that is played, it sets these demons free out into the airwaves, and they come into us through vibration, okay? We don't even have to hear the words, and we already feel the demons that are being conjured up within us. So I once heard one of my favorite artists, Lecrae, say that he didn't feel that listening to secular music was sinful. And I had to struggle with this as I disagreed very hard. I disagreed very, very hard. And I say to this, I will speak in a parable. If I no longer have sex outside of marriage, and I know that that's a sin, then I know that watching porn is also a sin. And I'm not going to go to someone's house who is playing pornography in the background and I could hear it from the next room. I'm not watching it, right? So I'm not committing a sin. No, absolutely not. When I walked into the house, I could feel something was off. This is demonology, okay? This is bigger than what we can see. This is bigger than what we just simply hear. This is vibrations, guys. And so, yes, it's bigger than anything that we can fathom. And I don't expect everybody to bite this and chew it up. I'm telling you, I can give it to you as a piece of meat, or I can give it to you as milk. And, the milk side is, if it's talking about bad stuff, don't listen to it. Just start there. If it's talking about murder and sex outside of marriage and using drugs, don't listen to it. For our role models, for our preachers, our ministers, our teachers, these people that God has put into position, we need to listen to one another, and we need to go a step further than what we can fathom and say, okay, other people have prayed on the same thing that I'm praying on, and apparently I'm having trouble accepting this word. So what I need to know is that God is saying non-secular music is about spirituality, and even still, not all non-secular music is godly music. There's a catch-22 here. So when we're dealing with secular, there is no such thing as godly secular music. We need to understand that it is all sung for Lucifer, by Lucifer, about Lucifer. Do you understand? Now, when we get into non-secular music, we still have to be real careful, because the devil is crafty, and he is putting himself inside of the music that we believe is created to worship God. It's not always safe. We have to pre-screen the music that we're listening to. We have to really listen, and then we have to be careful, because now we have artists who are going in and they're deciding that during their non-secular journey of discovering that we have souls, we have spirits, there's two sides, and they don't know which one, they're struggling. Well, we're praying for them and we're rooting for them to choose God, and they do. They choose a God. They choose false gods, and they don't choose Yahweh or Yahshua. And the next thing you know, you've got all of your friends listening to an artist. And I just ran into this recently. This just happened to me. I'm not going to say any names right now, but I am. I'm going to say Andy Mineo. He does a lot of music with a lot of new artists, and I found a track that was extremely questionable on his song Uno Cinco Seis. That track, I've listened to that song a million times over the past year and never ever heard this new track that's been spliced in. And so, yeah, I have questions about that, Antimoneo. But, anyways, until then, you guys really, really be careful about what you listen to because it does matter. And we can't plug our ears everywhere we go, but we can stay prayed up and protect ourselves from the airwaves because they're not just made of air. So, taking it back to the root question, no. This is why it can be so confusing, guys. So, no, listening to non secular music is not a sin. You are not going to go to hell because you press play on a bad song. What is going to happen is your life will become full of sin. So, it is sinful to listen to music that is about sinning because then it will provoke and invoke sin upon you in your life through the airwaves around all the people that are within an earshot, or even the person that could feel the vibrations from the music but can't make out the words. It affects everybody within the vibrations range. So not only are you affecting yourself, but you're also affecting others with your sinful behavior. So let's keep it clean, guys. Let's start listening to the lyrics before we want to share it with our friends. Let's be careful what we're saying before we say it, and let's stop making money off of trendiness and popularity because we already know everybody's trained to be entertained with sin. And life is not meant to be entertaining. I know this is the entertainment industry, but we gotta stay strong and learn new ways. We have to untrain the brains of our children and our children's children by cleaning up the industry and making something that was created for evil for God. Turn it around. I mean, that's what we're doing with social media, right? Social media was created for evil. This was not a platform that was created for good, but God said, hey, I'm going to take it back. So not only does he have the Bible as his book, but he's got Facebook. He took that book too, and now he's taking IG. He's taking, X, Twitter, everything, YouTube. So, I mean, he's coming for the music industry hard, and we got to help.